Frayer Model, a strategy to improve the science vocabulary of grade 9 students of Bagbag National High School. Rosalina C. Sacapaño, Ferdinand M. Castro researchers. This study aimed to investigate the effectiveness of Frayer Model as a strategy to improve the science vocabulary of grade 9 students of Bagbag National High School in Rosario, Cavite. The study aimed to engage all the learners in the discussion and let them participate actively in different activities which were related to certain topic. To increase literacy in science, students must learn how to derive the meaning of unfamiliar words. Research question. Question number 1. What are the results of the pre-tests of the two groups? Number 2. Is there a significant difference between the pre-tests of the two groups? Number 3. What are the results of the post-test of the two groups? Number 4. Is there a significant difference on the post-test result of the two groups after implementing the Frayer model? Number 5. What's the gain score of the two groups after the implementation? The whole study focused on the competencies of the second quarter and on the use of the Frayer model on enhancing science vocabulary through the use of graphic organizers and its impact on the achievement level of the students on the science subject. The study employed a quasi-experimental research design involving quantitative methods of the pre-test and post-test design. Participants are heterogeneous sections were 30 students, and experimental group were 30 students also. The respondents of this study were randomly selected from the two sections of grade 9 students of St. Anthony and St. Matthew of Bagbag National High School. To determine the outcome of the research, all data gathered before, during, and after the experiment were tallied and statistically treated using number 1, mean, number 2, average mean, number 3, standard deviation, number 4, testing the difference between the two means.
Results and discussion. The Table 1 and Table 2 shows the distribution of pretest of control group and experimental group. This means that the knowledge of the subject under the control group and experimental group in the pretest was low, which indicates that they lack scientific ability towards the learning competencies covered in grade 9 chemistry. Table 3 shows the competition of the t-test comparing the post-test of controlled and experimental groups. There was a significant difference between the post-test results of the two groups. It means that the experimental group has higher test results in science after being exposed to Frayer model. Thus, the experimental group performed better than the controlled group. Table 4 shows the computation of the t-test comparing the gain score of control and the experimental group. There is a significant difference between the gain score of controlled group and experimental group. The gain score of experimental group is greater than the controlled group, which means that experimental group under Frayer model is effective. This study identified that the results provides an understanding of the effectiveness of Frayer model in science achievement among grade 9 students of Bagbag National High School. In general, the findings suggest that the implementation of Frayer model effectively improves the science achievement in Bagbag National High School. Also, it shows that it is increased the scientific ability of the grade 9 student that enhances their critical thinking, analyzing problem, and thinking of possible solutions. These are the references we use in our study. Thank you for watching.